Hello fellow guitar geeks, today I'm going to teach you how to create the woman tone from Wolfmother using the Pod Go. This is one of my favourite guitar songs of all time, and it has one of my favourite guitar tones of all time. It's big, it's fuzzy, it's sloppy, it's all those bluesy pentatonic-y riffs, and it's fairly simple to play once you get the picking underway. But it's not actually a fuzz riff, at least to my ear. It sounds more like an amp being pushed to its max. And I've watched a few of the Wolfmother live videos, and they seem to be using amps and pedals and stuff to push this sound that isn't fuzz, but it is fuzz in the sense that it's a signal that's being clipped heavily because it's so loud. And one of the benefits of using a modeler like the Line6 Pod Go is getting those loud, saturated, amp-driven tones at low volumes. So what I'll do is I'll wipe the preset, we'll start from the beginning, and I'll show you how we can get the woman tone from Wolfmother. Choice of guitar is extremely important as always. I'm playing an Albatroz from Maybach. This is an SG-inspired guitar. The important part is that it has humbuckers. On the studio recording, there are two guitars, one track left and one track right. One of them's using the bridge humbucker, I believe, and one of them's using the neck humbucker to really fill out that sound. But as we're going for the live sound, we're sticking with the bridge humbucker. If you don't have a guitar with a bridge humbucker, then you may need to increase the gain on some of the settings I'm using in this preset, and I'll explain how to do that in a moment. Alrighty, so there's a brand new preset. This is the Line6 default Pod Go preset. There's nothing changed. And I'm going to go in and make this our woman sound. At the moment, it sounds like this. So not much to do there with the sound of Wolfmother. But I'm going to press the view to take us into this setting. And one of the things about the Pod Go is it's only got one line, one chain. So whereas the Helix and stuff, you can have multiple chains. This one, your sound comes in and your sound goes out. So that means that anything here is affecting your tone. And the first thing I'm going to do is change the amp, because I think that is the biggest part of this sound. Pressing that, going to find the Mandarin Rocker. So this is an orange style amp. And it's a bit overcooked. It's a bit too much. So what I'm going to do is take the gain down on that by just adjusting this to about just the edge of breakup, or just a little bit over the edge. There, so it's just on the edge of breaking up. Level's gone down, of course, so bring the master up a little bit. Good. Taking the bass out a little bit to reduce the thickness. Great. Now, I was convinced that there were fuzz pedals used in the recording of this song, and in fact, Woman is one of the riffs I use when demoing fuzz pedals, but I don't think it is. I think it's a pushed amp. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that Mandarin Rocker and push the front end with a booster. So I'm going to add a boost pedal by scrolling to it with that button, going to the menu, distortion, and we'll try the kinky boost. Sounds pretty good to me. So, drive, boost. Let's have the boost on the boost. Turn it off. Yeah, we're going to boost that front end even more using the boost. Bright or not? I'm going to go bright, even though I think the original tone on the record is more analog, more woofy rather than hi-fi. Now I'm going to leave it off. I'm going to leave it off, but I might come back to it later. The next thing I want to do is probably change that cab to something more British. So popping over here to that. Yeah, we've got a California V30. We don't want that. We want something Britishy. Let's try the Greenback 25. It's not quite there. It's a bit dark. That's closer, but I'm missing something because there's that loud, saturated guitar. This doesn't feel loud and saturated. Maybe it sounds loud or saturated to you, but playing it, I'm not getting that feedback. And I don't mean like squealy noises. I mean that feedback from the rig feeling that you're playing loud. So what I'm going to do is add a delay pedal. That's going to go there. Pressing it and delay. There we go. Simple delay. I'm going to go for something more analog-y. Where is it? Tube echo. There we go. So we've got a tube echo now. So what I'm not trying to do with the delay is this. Having that actual delay sound. What I want is to make it sound as if there's two guitars or just a thicker guitar tone in general. And we do that by reducing the time. Due to our inferior human hearing, anything less than around 40 milliseconds sounds like one sound source. So if I bring that down to around 20, about there, so that 𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚 has vanished, but we have a thicker sound. Speaking of thick, let's push that drive a bit more. And let's bring the mix up, 50-50. It may not be that noticeable in the overall tone, but it feels more. Let's turn it off. Yeah, it's fuller. It feels... What it's missing is a sense of space. We need to add a reverb. The reverb we can put in this block just here. So I'm going to go for reverb. And then I'm going to give it just a little room. We don't want much reverb, just some sense of space. That's too much. Let's bring that mix down. It's just there. It's not that noticeable. Wouldn't be that noticeable in a band mix, but that's just there, just nice. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting closer, warmer. It's feeling close. I feel we need to play with the amp a little bit. Let's take out some of that bass, add in some more mids. If you're using single coils rather than humbuckers, you'll need some more drive, and you can add that in the amp just there, drive knob, or you can add it in the boost just there. If you're using something with more high output and it's too much, you can just turn the boost off on the kinky boost. That's it. I think that's a pretty good approximation for the woman tone using the Pod Go. Now, of course, you can also go down the fuzz pedal route if you really want to. There are fuzz pedals in the Pod Go, but pushing the front end of that amp is my favorite way to get to woman. So if you want to recreate this tone, you can follow the steps in the video, or if you're kind of lazy and just need it right now, you can download it from the link in the video description. A big thanks to Line6 in Germany for sending out the Pod Go so I can bring these tones to you and just have a fiddle myself. The Pod Go is absolutely brilliant fun, and it is more power than probably most of us need in an all-contained box. So if you're looking to get a Pod Go, there are also links for that in the video description. Go there. I recommend. If you enjoyed the video or found it useful, please leave a thumbs up before you go. And if you have a Pod Go and you want to request some tones, leave them in the comments section and I'll see if I can get around to them very soon. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.